I really think that everyone has it in their heart to be creative, and it can start with something so little as like, how do you create your breakfast? You don't have to make it be your livelihood in order to find joy in the creative process. Hi, I'm Claire Kretzschmar, and I'm a soloist dancer with New York City Ballet. It is one of the premier ballet companies in the world, I would say, and it's a real honor to be able to dance with such a company. And I've been in New York City for about 12 years now, and with New York City Ballet for 11. It's crazy to think that time has gone by. So much time has gone by, and I'm still doing this craft, and there have been plenty of ups and downs, but it's a real gift to be able to like move my body to music and to have the craft that I've grown up loving still be a part of my being and my life today. I distinctly remember watching our school, the North Carolina School of the Arts, which is now University of North Carolina School of the Arts. They put on a production that included Serenade by choreographer George Balanchine, who is the founding choreographer for New York City Ballet. And when I watched this piece, Serenade, it was unlike anything I'd ever seen before. And the style was so athletic, but beautiful and romantic. It fit the music perfectly. It wasn't your traditional ballet in the sense that I think there are 17 women on stage at a time, and then a few leading couples. But it was just unlike anything I'd ever seen before, and I knew that I just loved it. And so I would say that was a defining moment for me in terms of seeing what was possible with the art form of ballet. And I think too, like just in training, growing comfortable and being excited by the style that George Balanchine created, who again founded the School of American Ballet, which is where I eventually trained, and which leads to the New York City Ballet, which is also what he started. I really think that everyone has it in their heart to be creative, and it can start with something so little as, I use this example often with making your breakfast. Like, how do you create your breakfast? Do you assemble it in a certain way? Make a smiley face with your blueberries? It can really be something as simple as that. You don't have to make it be your livelihood in order to find joy in the creative process. And for ballet or aspiring ballet dancers, I would say, and maybe to parents too who are guiding their young ones, just let them move to music and just enjoy the freedom that you have innately with your body and your mind and your heart when you listen to music, and let music be a driving force for the possible gifts you have as a dancer or a ballet dancer or just a mover. Yeah, ballet is not as glamorous as people might think it is. We spend a lot of hours exercising, sweating, getting blisters on our feet, icing our feet, getting physical therapy. I mean, all of these things though, these sufferings that we experience daily, and then at seasons of our lives we may experience them in a more dramatic way, such as when we get injured. But they all help to give greater gratitude for the craft. And when you get to perform for an audience and it happens to go well, or maybe I shouldn't even say it happens to go well, it goes well because you've worked so hard and you've sweat a lot and you've thought about what you're doing and how to do it, and you've analyzed the little moments. When all of those moments together go towards giving a performance on stage for people and it does go well, it makes all of the suffering worth it, because you you see and you feel in your body the gift that you've just given to other people, and that in itself, like, you receive so much by giving. I mean, that is really why I do it. I do it for other people, because it's interesting, because we do, as ballet dancers, we actually work in a group setting. We take class with other dancers, we put on shows that feature lots of dancers together, but we spend a lot of time too by ourselves and like thinking about how we shape our bodies and how we train. And so it makes it fruitful to share it, because otherwise it would be a very like self-serving practice. And yeah, definitely the reason why I do it is to like show the relationship of the body to the music that we're dancing to, and the relationships with the other dancers as well, as a part of that. And then ultimately to give that like marriage of movement and music to the audience, which that is why we do it, and ultimately to glorify God. But like in order to in glorifying God, we can give it to the audience, or in giving it to the audience, we glorify God. That's a better way to say it. The hardships are there. We do spend a lot of hours doing our craft and make a lot of sacrifices with other parts of our life too, but it's all worth it. And then one last thing I'll say is that ballet has given me, and I think certainly gives a lot of other dancers, an understanding of discipline. And so discipline becomes so ingrained in our bodies and in our minds and our hearts. And that's a real gift, because growing up, and especially getting older, becoming an adult, I didn't realize that that's something that had to be developed as I got older. And I know that's not something that people might experience in such a strong way. So the level of discipline that we get just by growing up doing this craft is amazing, and helps like along the path to holiness.